But my absolute least favorite aspect of Sonic Heroes are the Chaos Emerald challenges. What a disgusting mess. Now, as I said, Chaos Emerald challenges date back to the days of 2D Sonic from the very beginning. Sonic 1 was about trying not to puke, Sonic 2 was a neat little graphical flex where you collected rings in a tube, and Sonic 3 furthered that idea a bit, having Sonic traverse on a literal open field, which almost predicted what 3D Blast would look like. I've never really been a fan of this game design approach where basically you can play the entire game, get to the end, and the game developer said, "Oh, sorry, you didn't actually beat our game, you should have done this whole extra thing." Like, it just feels disrespectful to the player's time. Super Princess Peach did that, Miss Pac-Man's Maze Madness kinda did that, 2D Sonic games did that, and every time that's happened to me, I felt robbed of my experience in a way. Like, it made me feel like my victory was very, very much not deserved. So I think it's just a dick move to require people to do this to get the true ending. And that's not even the worst of it. Getting the 7 Chaos Emeralds usually would reward the player with Super Sonic and the true ending of the game, and the developers would surely make it known to you if you screwed up by neglecting them. First of all, to even access a special mission to get a chance at fighting for a Chaos Emerald, you have to get the key in Act 2 specifically, not Act 1, and bring it all the way to the end of the level without taking a single hit. Now, that alone is a real pain in the ass sometimes, let me tell you. I mean, it's not impossible, but these are long levels, sometimes upwards of 10 and maybe 15 minutes in Team Dark. Unless you're a literal speedrunner, you're going to take hits on your first playthrough. Human error will just literally dictate that. Now, to the game developer's credit, there are at least multiple keys scattered throughout the levels, so it's not like you literally have to go the entire 10 or 15 minutes without taking a hit, as long as you know where to get another key. But it's just such a punishing and sort of stressful system that leaves such a bad taste in my mouth, one that no toothpaste could save. And that's not even the worst of it. So you get a key in Act 2 to the end of the level. Well, guess what? The actual bonus levels are basically entirely broken. Remember when I asked if the team fights were untested? Well, the team fights are basically Ocarina of Time in comparison to this absolute disgrace and pathetic excuse the developers refer to as gameplay. These levels are ultimately sort of based around Sonic 2, which did it 10 times better 10 years before this game. You have to collect shiny colored orbs in a tube and fill up your speed meter. And then by mashing the B button to the point you receive Carpal Tunnel, catch up to the Chaos Emerald and sort of a race to the finish line sort of thing. Why Sonic 2 worked well in this regard was because they made and custom tailored a specific gameplay style and engine specifically for these rings. It wasn't perfect, not by a long shot, but it was playable and something you could genuinely sit down and get good at with practice. So in Sonic Heroes, they took the base game engine, made a circular tube without thinking about how the physics engine, wouldn't automatically work. They throw a bunch of spiky balls on the tubes, and there you go. And if you hit one of those spiky balls, it's just over. Don't even bother, you may as well just reset. And sometimes with these tubes, I swear that you'll just magically lose speed, almost like you're clipping on the edge of something. And if you lose speed, don't even bother, you may as well just reset. Oh, but let's say you do have to reset. You can't just simply try again if you make a mistake. Oh no. If you need another try at getting a Chaos Emerald, that means you literally have to play the entire second mission again from the start just to get another try. Now, you do technically have 4 chances to get each Chaos Emerald by virtue of the 4 stories, all leading to one cumulative collection of emeralds. But outside of that, if you don't get the Chaos Emeralds throughout your playthrough, what you're basically forced to do is just boot up Team Rose in this game's mission mode, since those levels can be done in under 3 or 4 minutes, and just play the same crap over and over until you get the emerald. And just to point out one kind of marginal difference, the classic Sonic games were not that restricted in terms of obtaining the Chaos Emeralds. You could get your first Chaos Emerald in Green Hill Zone 1 and finish within the first 7 non-boss acts. Here, you have no luxury of avoiding that at all. And it may seem like I'm spending an awful lot of time on a bonus mode, right? Oh, except for the fact that you literally do need to get all the Chaos Emeralds to see the last story of the game. So I'll take as much damn time as I want on this as I please. If you don't like it, click off the video. I don't care. Please like and subscribe. Here's the final, but arguably a most important issue. And this could just be a me-specific problem, but mashing to get through these levels genuinely hurts my hand. This isn't the first game that I've had this problem with. Pac-Man World 1's Space Invader boss also put me in a serious amount of pain. There was actually a point in this video's production where I genuinely thought I was going to have to cheat or use an action replay or something just to access the final story. Now, I hate doing that for videos as it feels like a cheap shot and I want an authentic experience of the playthrough, but my hand and specifically wrist was literally becoming strained and consistently hurt as a result of this game trying to get the Chaos Emeralds. Now, this may or may not be a hot take, but if you have a level or mechanic in a game that causes the player physical pain, it's perhaps not that good of a goddamn idea.